Yo, welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, All Black has been sold. And for many of you persons who listen to rap but are just casual followers and don't know what All Black is one of the most violent places of residence in Chicago. You know what I mean? All Black is aligned with rappers like, King Von, the deceased, King Von, that is, and Lil Durk, and are most recently known for allegedly carrying out a hit, which also, was very brazen, in one of the most tourist flocked areas in Chicago, a hit which was placed on another rapper, FBG Duck, and FBG Duck apparently succumbed to his injuries on the spot, FBG Duck, who hails from 63rd, which is another block in very close proximity to
Oh my God.
O Block, have been in a beef for some period of time, and the climax of this beef cultivated with FBG Duck losing his life at the hands of all black members. And so the feds got involved and basically scooped up around 6-7 of their members. The only one out right now is Lil Durk, and a few of the guys on the lower strata, and as you know, King Von himself later died because he attacked another rapper in a separate confrontation this time around in Atlanta, and he got what he was basically looking for. You know what they say, you play city games and you win city prizes. So All Black was recently bought. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, All Black is on the verge of being gentrified. Yes, so they will be gentrified. And for those who don't know what gentrification is basically like the process by which, particular areas, usually known as, low income areas or maybe inner city areas, underdeveloped areas that weren't usually crowded by people of the lower class. It's basically sold, and, state-of-the-art facilities are created there, state-of-the-art buildings, and businesses are, put in there, and those persons from lower class will be forced to move to other areas, while more affluent people and more law-abiding citizens are put in the mix. Now, if you listen to somebody who is biased, they will just tell that, gentrification is a process by which, they push out people out of their homes and give it to rich people. No, it's not like that. Most of the cases when an area becomes gentrified is basically when the states are tired of hearing bullshit stories over and over, areas which are marring the image of particular cities and particular communities. Some political leaders and some powerful voices are usually like, hey, let's get them out, let's put them somewhere. And so far in this case with All Black, a lot of persons are not even sorry, because All Black has prided itself for a period of time on killing people, killing other black people, and so even for the safety of kids growing up, other black kids growing up, I think it's a good idea for them to have sold All Black. For a period of time, persons have been encouraged to leave areas in Chicago that are violence prone, areas like All Black, areas like 63rd, and they refuse to leave, and
Oh my God.
Many kids have been growing up in that situation, getting involved in criminal activities, and the cycle continues as youth continue to die in their teens, in their early 20s. And so if they don't want to move by choice, then move their asses. Recently I saw in the news where FBG Duck's brother, his little brother, was murdered. So FBG Duck's bigger brother was murdered. FBG Duck was later murdered, and his latest smaller brother was murdered. That's 3 persons from one mother, from one family, 3 brothers. You get me? And that mother still lives there with other kids, refusing to move. And so situations like this, when these areas are sold, when the shop is closed, these parents, these hoodlums will be forced to move to other areas, man, where other opportunities are. Some will still find toxic environments to put themselves into, but for the most part, at least that some kids will grow up having to see something else. We'll see that the world is a bigger place than just O Block. You know what I mean? And new horizons, new opportunities will open for people. And so I think gentrification is a good thing, especially in areas like these, which are very volatile. You know what I mean? With no scope for development, no scope for mobility, and people just see the need to kill, pillage their neighbors, pillage their friends, pillage their enemies, and the cycle just continues over and over as they glorify this image of death, you know what I mean, and making it seem like that's all the black community is good for, you know what I mean. So I totally agree with the process of gentrification, you know what I mean. Sell those places to people who are going to come there, clean up the streets, put nice businesses there, and put law-abiding citizens there.
Oh my God.
While those persons who live there all along and were, you know, taking disadvantage of the place, you know what I mean, and killing each other, you know, and running up the murder rate, will now have to be scattered. A lot of persons in America have never left their state, you know, and when few of them, you know, move from the area which they lived, you know, it has added many years to a lot of them, you know, as it relates to their lifespan. People like Lil Boosie, maybe if he was still stuck in Baton Rouge, he would have died already. Lil Durk would have maybe died already. Chief Keef would have died already if they were still in Chicago. So with gentrification, a lot of these persons will be forced to move to other areas which are safer. You know what I mean? Their ops are not there, and so therefore they will not have that dark cloud hanging over them. You know what I mean? They will now have a chance to basically start fresh, turn a new page, meet new people, see new opportunities, you know what I mean? And nobody will know about the things of the past, you know what I mean? It's the only way to end this tit-for-tat situation, move these people and put them in different areas. Another thing which is also notable, you see how many black persons have died over these places which they don't even own. Oh, this is my block, I'll kill you for my block, I'll die for my block. It's not your block, it's the white man's block. It's the Jews' blocks, you know what I mean? It does not belong to you, you know what I mean? Instead you work and try to find some way to start businesses so that you can buy these blocks. You're busy killing each other, doing rubbish. And this is what happens when the real owners of the blocks come and they basically decide that enough is enough. What are you going to do now, right? You have taken so many lives in the names of O Block. Well, tell you what, buy O Block. Buy O Block and see to it that everybody who lives there lives rent-free. You can't do that. Why you can't do that? Because it was never your block in the first place. You know what I mean? You were killing, you know what I mean, and slaughtering your own race over a block that you do not own. And that is so sad, and that is so asinine, and that is so stupid, and we need to stop that. I'm out.
Never fuck around no Jamaican, you know. Yeah, man, fire with a straight and you know. Cap a shot left you black like a snake and you know. Pose like a 666 full in my double dose. Cap a shot a shower.